do.
Wake that ass up.
Rise and grind, baby.
The Live Hip Hop Daily Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Woo! We got the #1 morning show to hit Atlanta, man. Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Get your ass up and tune in. www.livehiphopdaily.tv.
Get that app, baby. Yeah.
And you know, it's a brand new week. Same old thing going on, but it's a whole different mixture of new things going on.
Facts.
Live Hip Hop Daily, the Rise and Grind Morning Show is DJ Larry Love.
Raina over here.
DJ Vito is in the building. What's poppin', y'all?
My dog DJ Vito and Raina Music, man. What's up, man?
Hey.
It's a new week. First of all, how was y'all week? How was y'all last 7 days to these new 7 days?
I've been working out, so I'm pretty sore right now, but by my birthday, hopefully it'll all pay off.
When your birthday?
December 4th, so I got about 3
We
weeks.
throwing a party for your
Jay-Z birthday too, or Beyonce
Yes,
somebody?
Jay-Z's
Oh,
birthday.
Jay-Z? Yeah, one of them.
Beyonce's
Jay-Z.
October 4th.
Oh, see,
No,
see?
Beyonce's is September.
September
See,
4th.
but that's crazy though. The 4,
Mhm.
7-4. So you got how many? What 3? You got 3 weeks to your birthday.
Weeks, yeah.
What we doing?
I don't know. 26 is not very exciting, so I'm gonna do something very small and minimal. Probably.
Yeah, it's like when you pass 25, you
It's
that was that
downhill.
grown
It's-
woman. Yeah.
But she keeps telling people that she's like, yeah,
It's all
I'm just
downhill.
I'm right behind 30, and I'm like,
30 is in my window.
bitch,
Like,
What did
no,
you
it's
do for
not.
your-
Girl.
4 years,
25th
baby.
birthday?
For
Enjoy
my
them 4
25th
years.
birthday, I had a good 25th birthday. I went to Lips
Is
of
that-
Atlanta.
What's that?
It's like a drag show.
mhm.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Buford
okay.
Highway.
I went to Lips. I went to the club. But the thing is, every year I normally like turn up when the clock hit 12,
Mhm.
and then
Okay.
I'm in the club then, and then I do something. Then the next night I'm in the club. But
Word.
your bitch is getting old.
Word. Well, it's an early morning, man. You know, we back to the Monday special, man. We all hustlers of the week. My dog DJ, you know, you see his phone ringing. So definitely. So with
Right.
that being said, I
I
think
need to wake up.
the
I'm
first
asleep.
thing we need to definitely touch on was the voting situation last week.
Facts.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And
Ooh-wee.
not to jump too much into politics, but
Did you vote?
of course
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I didn't vote.
I definitely voted.
Of course I
If y'all didn't
You
vote,
didn't vote.
I'm gonna tell you why.
You know what?
I'm gonna tell you
Why-
why.
why he lying, man?
Let me tell you why.
of course.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't vote last week, and it's not because I couldn't make it. Okay, when they sent out the early
Look,
ballots,
it's not because I couldn't make it. That
That
was
don't help.
when they sent out the early ballots, I sent in my scenario of where you live at your address. They sent me back and said your address where you currently live does not match your driver's license, right? Okay,
You
cool.
know what?
So I sent back in my driver's license and a utility bill to prove my current address. Oh, they said, great, give us 4 to 6 weeks to send us your new voter registration card. Okay.
4 to 6 weeks.
Okay, so I never
I
got.
told y'all that that's what happened to me
So-
when we lived downtown.
So I never got that. So the voting place that they had on my place for me to go to, I went on I rode past there on a Saturday. The Saturday of early. What's going on with y'all? What's the whispering about?
That was so.
No, right.
I'm like, whoa, what is
I-
they talking
I don't know
about?
what I-
Like,
My friend was trying
that
to be
was
a good
so.
friend.
That was such a
She was
girl
trying
on
to be
girl
a good
moment.
friend.
Okay, so long story short,
Girl moment. Sorry.
I
Such a
rode
girl
past
moment.
the early registration booth and I seen like that shit was packed like a club parking lot, right? And I heard people say, man, they only got. I'm hearing people complaining about the booth walking out. I didn't even get out my car to be honest with you. So I went back to the house and I didn't.
What county
Oh,
was
wait.
this?
I live in. And then that's the thing. I live in College Park, so that's maybe why, because I live off of close to Old National. I live close to the hood of, if you know,
Facts.
if you consider Atlanta.
Whoa.
So
They
that's
know
maybe
Collie
why.
Park.
They know that people they know that it's,
Hollywood.
I guess demographically where I live at, they know that, you know, a lot of people probably ain't gonna go over there and vote for real, so they don't care. So I
Okay,
felt like
so-
they didn't care about the
so
people
did-
and citizens of College Park.
So your registration wasn't basically confirmed and set in stone.
right?
or
they
was
said-
it?
Well, they said I had to send in proof of residence with a current driver's license. which
Right,
I
you did
already
that.
Had.
Right.
So I sent in my driver's license of where I live now with the utility bill showing because I move every
So they
year.
didn't send it. They didn't send it
Well,
back yet.
what happened was when I vote for Keisha. When I vote for Keisha, I went and did the same type of ballot with my address where I live, but I moved by the. So
Okay,
the
yeah.
fact that when I vote for Keisha, which they said I changed my proof of residence, I didn't have this. I don't have the same current address because I don't live in the same place.
But you
Okay.
was living in the city of Atlanta when you voted for Keisha.
Well,
Because it was only Atlanta.
Riverdale was Clayton County, College Park is Fulton County.
Right.
So they would just put me through the hula hoop, and I just me being
The
the citizen that has to go to work, I don't got
Yeah.
time to do that. By the time I get off,
Now-
they know that I wasn't gonna do it.
Last week we did talk about that because I didn't vote for the presidential election,
Okay.
I didn't
but a lot of people didn't. And
Was it a reason?
Yeah, because my registration wasn't out. We were
Oh,
living.
okay.
Me and her were living in Fulton County, but I was registered in Cobb, and before that, I was registered in Albany.
I feel like they make it
And
harder
Gordy.
for us.
So
That's called voter suppression.
But that's Brian Kemp's whole motive.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That was his whole motive, to prevent all of these people and from voting and giving these people a hard time to vote, so that they won't even do it anyway.
Why can't you vote online by now?
That's what I was saying.
I
But
feel like online would be.
It's hard to monitor
It'd be-
because,
yeah.
especially with people who aren't citizens or felons and stuff like that. Like, I think that'd just be hard to
What if
monitor.
I had to send them the
who's
picture
voting.
with my vote? What if I got to scan in my
I feel like if you it gets to the point now that we have to scan in our debit cards, our driver's license, and all of this
Right.
other shit.
Right.
So we might as well be able to do a
Scan
vote
our
like that
face.
too.
You can take my face. You can take my face for my vote to count. Like, I don't care about you taking my face for my vote to count. Versus me going off, for the people that.
Waiting 2 hours in line to go somewhere, and then they didn't have enough machines.
Right.
They
You know what
didn't
they
have.
do,
I did early voting. I voted 2 weeks ago, so I stood outside for like maybe 10 minutes. Then I finally got inside, and the line was like, literally, it was people around the whole perimeter of the building.
You voted, Vito?
I voted. I definitely voted.
So
I was
you-
in line for about 45 minutes, bro.
I wish, but the thing is, people that was going like on Tuesday didn't even have to wait that long
Right.
Right.
compared to me that
Well,
waited
they
2
were
hours.
counting on people to like get sick of the lines. A
What was
friend
your
of mine.
experience with voting? What was your?
Well, mine was okay. The area that I'm in, it wasn't that hard. But a friend of mine, she is in off of Camp Creek, and she said she went up there. Now she voted in the presidential election. She voted. She's in Camp Creek, but it's still the city of Atlanta.
Yeah.
So she voted for Keisha.
Yeah.
When she came to do this voting, they were like, "Oh, we don't have you in the system. We don't see your
That's
name."
Brian
here."
Kemp
This
fucking with
was
the system.
Tanya. So she's like, "What are you talking about? I just voted a few
Right.
months ago.
Right.
I've been living at the same address for 8 years." She said she argued with the lady for 45 minutes.
Right.
And then
right.
finally the lady was like, "Oh, looky here. I see you."
Stop playing with me.
So she was like, she was this close to going home. And she said, if I wouldn't have persisted, she would have just told me I couldn't have voted. And if I was somebody else, they would have dipped out. And then that's a vote that is gone. So shit's out here is crazy.
You know, what I found out after all this, what I went through with my whole voting scenarios, I found out after 30 days when you move, you have to change your license of where you live. They can give you a ticket.
But the thing
I just
is,
found this out
it's
because I went.
two-
Take it like
two
a citation.
things.
Listen,
Yeah.
I was arguing with
Yep.
the lady on the phone. When she told me that, I was like, "Oh, you know what? You're right. Let me get the phone.
But look,
You're right. You're right.
it's two
I don't got my
things
shit right.
when it comes
I'll
to
talk
that.
to you. Have a good day.
whenever I do, like, when I move or when I do anything, they ask me what my permanent address is.
Okay.
So my permanent address has always been my parents' house.
I should have done
And
that. That's
yeah,
smart. That's smart.
and it wasn't up until about 6 months ago that I changed my permanent address to
Okay.
my address. So no mail of no little nothing would go to my parents' house. And that's
Okay.
because I was on some hot shit. But I always do them as my permanent address, and then whatever my secondary address is my, like, where I live. So that way I've never had to change my driver's license.
True. Makes sense.
So
I always
That's
wondered why
all
they
about.
had both them lines. I'm like, what do you mean my permanent
those
address
reasons.
and my secondary? What do you mean? I live one place.
because when I was in college, they
That's
ask you what
true.
your address is. I'm not gonna put my dorm. I'm
Right.
not gonna, you know what I'm saying? So
There, you
voting going on till like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
so many people were complaining about what was going on with the machines. They said some of the polls they were looking, it wasn't no cord in the back of the machine, even in the wall.
It wasn't even enough machines. They had, like, on Twitter, they had like a link, and they're like, if you don't have enough machines to vote at your location, call this number and they'll bring out more. And they had the machines. They just didn't want to bring
Right.
them out. So.
Right. For the last one.
Right.
Oh, but we voting this time.
Right.
At least we tried.
Well, they had 3 machines, man. That don't make no sense.
No,
man.
I don't.
3 machines, man.
Wow.
You got somebody, then you got people in the wheelchair coming, and it's like, you got to wait for them to, like, that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
We
Like,
ain't trying to let the handicapped people.
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, you got to make time for that. You got to respect that. You got to
No,
wait.
no,
you know
for
what I'm saying?
sure,
You got to
for sure.
wait. So the fact that you got to wait, like, why don't y'all have a separate ballot for them? You know,
Right.
for the disabled. Like,
But I do
Everything.
want to say shout out to Florida because they just rescended the law in Florida that felons can't vote. So now they can vote. That's like,
Oh.
That's dope.
super dope.
What's going on in Georgia, man?
Yeah.
Georgia's been a red state for like since the union. Like it's always Republicans have always dominated Georgia. So it's like this is a hard nut to crack. And I applaud Stacey for not conceding to Kemp. She knows there's a lot of fraudulent stuff going on, and she's only 25,000 votes less than him, which means once all these absentee votes,
you know what? That's crazy.
He's gonna make.
Yo, she on his ass.
Friday that he resigned from his job. That he was the collections. He was the elections officer, and he resigned Friday at like 5
Somebody
p.m.
just got fired.
He resigned Friday at 5
He was the
p.m.
elections officer.
Because basically, he knows he's what he's saying is he knows he's going to win already, so he resigned from his other political job.
Well, that was
How
dumb.
how did
Well, if he lose, then it's a wrap.
why was he? He should have not been able to vote. He should have been able to. I guess left that job 6 months ago. Like he was the elections officer up to the election, basically. Yeah, that's a conflict. Like how is he the elections officer? Like that don't.
It's so much fraudulent stuff that go on,
and
it's so much fraudulence that goes on with voting.
Yeah, I'm scared of politics. I don't even.
I'm not one for politics.
Yeah, I don't.
Like I know who I need to vote for and like what they're for, but I don't like. I can't stand watching. I don't even like watching the news. My mom be like, "You better watch the news. You need to know what's going on. Where the fuck you at?" But besides the news, like I can't watch CNN. Like all that. I can't do it.
The Democrats have taken over the House.
Yes.
Which means, I don't know how much because I keep up with politics a lot, but which means that the senior council member is Maxine Waters. Now she's in charge of the financial committee, which can subpoena Trump for his tax records from Trump Towers, because that was something that only somebody in that power could request, but because the Republicans owned the House or was in charge of the House at the time.
You know some shit.
Yeah.
She sounds smart, bro.
So
look, she sounds.
You know some
it was
shit.
so funny because it's like of all the people that could be in charge, like of all the people y'all have in the House of Representatives, it's Maxine Waters, and you know she about to give him the business. I cannot wait. Yeah. I cannot wait.
Yeah, she sound like Maxine. That's the lady's name from What was the show?
Maxine Shaw.
Always, you know the show.
I knew where you was at,
With
bro.
Overton. With
Living single.
Single.
Damn. Y'all wild.
I was thinking about Maxine Shaw. Damn, Maxine Waters.
Shaw.
Okay. But that's dope, man. That's dope to see that, I guess it's Democrats are for the people. So let's see what happens with that. But speaking of news, I swear, like, Halloween was, 8 days ago? 2 days? That was, 2 weeks, last weekend? Week before
Almost 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago.
I swear, I think this year they kind of hyped Halloween a little extra this year. I don't know if it was just because, I don't know what it is, but Halloween was a little more extra hype this year. I don't know why.
Maybe y'all's was.
Well, I'm gonna say this was my first Halloween where I wasn't hyped at all.
We toned it down.
I didn't even dress up.
We toned it
Something
down.
must have happened around Halloween. I can't think what it was right now.
Halloween my favorite holiday, bro. It goes
Yeah.
down.
Is Halloween a holiday though?
Every
Is
year.
Halloween a
BJ Vito,
holiday?
you had a dope event for Halloween. Yeah, that was
man.
How,
And it went crazy at Halloween party for Halloween.
So what was that? An independent?
It was at a club or what?
It was at my event space in my studio.
Okay. So what was the independent? It was like an independent artist scenario, right? I remember.
I'm not gonna raise my voice at
I
you.
came through for like 45 minutes.
You said what?
I came through for like 45
Yeah, you
minutes.
came there, sat there, looked around, and walked
It
up
was
out that
dope.
motherfucker.
It was dope.
I'm like,
So you do that monthly though, right? You know
yes.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
I do. I do it monthly.
Yeah.
Artists can contact me. We play your music, all that.
Where is it at?
Pay
It's at the
attention.
Metropolitan Lofts.
Oh.
So I got
Awesome.
moved.
Metropolitan.
Good way to lead into my next question. So being that it's the fourth quarter of the year for artists, and we got an artist here, Raina Music as well. That's also, you do your thing. So, what's the most important thing of the year? Being that it's holiday season, about to be a new year. What's the most important thing you think right now for an artist that matters at this time going into the holiday season? What's like? I guess so far as what you do more, would you
Or the fourth quarter, rather.
for the fourth quarter versus say holiday season for the fourth quarter? Like, is this the time that you're more relaxed? You kind of try to,
No, because the new year's about to come. So it's like, for me, I got to get my ducks in a row and make sure that when I start my new year off and like my shit is popping.
So that's your fourth quarter.
Mm.
That's your fourth.
It's just preparation. I can't even think of it. Like the year is gone. Like I don't
Okay.
even think it's not 2018
Right.
anymore. It's like
Right.
I'm already thinking
Right.
about
Right.
what January about to be like.
Right.
August already.
And you
in
could have noticed a
January.
lot of the major artists, they start dropping stuff around this time.
Yep.
A lot
They
of
start or like hinting towards the, like
Right.
right now I'm doing a whole lot of just snippets here and there so
Right.
people know what's up.
It's coming.
Yeah.
And speaking
Be
of that,
prepared.
we can lead into Takeoff's album, which I felt, as a major
was a
artist.
7.
Seven.
I haven't heard it. See, I had like
man.
two songs.
I have to
There's
go
too much
and
gas
Seven.
that go on in here.
I heard
So-
like 2 songs.
First
Too
of
much
all,
gas.
I was just talking to some people. No, this is off the grid.
This is you can say you a North Side vet now,
Yeah,
so of course
yeah.
you gonna
I'm a vouch
rep
for
your
yeah,
niggas on
I'm
the
a rep,
North.
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the North, man. Shout out to DJ Ray G.
Related to Migos?
Nah, not
Okay.
related, but just I went off.
Yes,
I
big
went off
shouts to DJ Ray G though.
Yeah, I went off, for college and shit when the North really popped off. Like I left and came back, and the North was, the Migos had a name. You know what I'm saying? So me
Right.
saying that, I was just talking to somebody. The Migos remind me of like the new Cash Money, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you know how in the beginning,
You mean the Migos, or you mean like
I'm gonna say QC. I'm gonna say QC.
Okay.
I'm gonna say QC. Let me say
We did
QC.
talk about this when we said this
The
before.
reason I'm gonna say that because you know how in the beginning when the Hot Boys put out all these albums together, and then individually Turk put out an album, BG put out an album.
They monopolize on the industry.
Right.
They know what they doing.
So they put out all these Migos tapes together, and then Quavo came with the album first. Now Takeoff came with the album. Yachty got an album. Now we waiting on Offset's album. You know what I'm saying? And also
Baby popping.
right. Also, I think he was signed to QC at one time. I know he was working with him, but rest in peace to Young Greatness. I haven't been on camera since he passed away. He was an artist that was working. He had a song Moolah. Was it Moolah?
Moolah.
Yeah, I think it was
From
called
New Orleans,
Moolah.
right?
Yeah, he was from New Orleans. Young Greatness was definitely working, and it's sad to see that niggas lose their lives in their own hood.
But there's so many of them, though. There's so many artists that lose their lives.
Rest in peace to Back Row Fresh.
Violence. Like,
That's-
it's
You know what I'm
stupid.
saying?
It don't
Rest in
make
peace to
sense.
Bank Row.
It's crazy that y'all still in the hood
Yeah.
and y'all alone. It don't
Right,
make
and I don't know what artist came out and said it. They said was it Bootsy or what? Somebody came like, but you got to move, man. Like
That's what I was about to
know.
say. Everybody's like, I'm down for my hood. Yeah, but
You get more love when you move away.
yeah,
Yeah,
you come back
Period.
and you visit and you move because niggas are hating, especially if that was really the life you were living
Right.
before you made it big.
right.
Ain't no
think
way that you wanna stay
man,
there.
Yeah, they not gonna
Yeah.
let
Right.
you live.
And
Right.
they hating. So when you do go back, that's the type of shit that you deal with.
The only artist that I can think of that hasn't died, that stayed in the hood, but he's damn sure not in a good situation is Rollo. Look at Rollo's situation. You know what I'm saying? He bought his hood. Rollo bought his hood.
And he
You know
locked
what I'm
up.
How about
He's
that?
Lalo
Still
gone,
That's what
there?
I'm
bro.
saying. He's the only
It's a
artist
wrap.
I know that hasn't.
What?
That
I
hasn't-
don't even know
Where's the
why he.
face?
What he
It's a wrap.
I mean, not Rollo has the support. Like I
No.
So this the thing. That's the thing. When I supported the whole, his movement and staying in the hood and staying around his people. He bought his hood.
What's
bought
he in
his
jail
hood.
for?
Drugs.
And he's in jail
Typical
for.
nigga shit.
But a lot of drugs, not just the little drugs. A lot of
I think
drugs.
I don't know if it's under conspiracy, but they say he was flying shit on the
Plug.
plane, this, that, and the thing. They trying to do all this shit to Rollo.
Plug,
Rollo.
though.
But the thing about staying in your hood is, they always gonna have a target on you. You're gonna be the biggest person
Exactly.
in your block. And
Yep.
why would you want to be the biggest
It
target?
need to be like 1,000 degrees of separation. Like if
Right,
you doing
right,
some shit
right.
like that, you need to make sure you got so many
Right.
people
And don't nobody in
that
your circle.
Right,
nobody
right.
even know that you a part of
Yeah.
it. Like
Right.
nobody even, because then you're famous on top of that. It's not even just like you're just a guy getting money. Like
Right.
then you're a whole celebrity on top of that.
That
Right.
crab in a barrel mentality is big.
Right. And that's that
Hello?
major
In a-
artist.
in a-
You
in a
to
poor
that
people.
major level. You know what I mean? I listened to Moneybagg album that came out the same thing as Takeoff album, and I'm listening to what Moneybagg is saying. Everything he's rapping about. I can't fuck with you no more, female. I didn't. I tried to come back and get you. You wouldn't represent me. I lost my niggas and all. He got a song called "Fuck the Industry," and it's kind of like I listen to
He's upset.
these hottest rappers said. They all saying the same shit. Fuck the industry. I can't go back home. I'm just trying to get some money. That's what they all said the same thing. You know what I mean?
But to
just-
isolate it, it's sad because it's not even just hip hop. Because there's a lot of people like Adele say that she can't even like going back home is like excruciating for
Yeah.
her because people just treat her differently.
She's
So
from like Finland or something.
Germany or
That's probably
something,
why it's born as hell.
she's from
That's why she-
England.
right.
Well, he said Finland and he said Germany. Lord have
somewhere.
mercy.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes.
Look, she from somewhere. That's fucked up.
We got 2 minutes before we
Bored
get
as
out
hell
of here, man. So before we get out of here, 2 minutes. I seen, last week you was at the Hawks game, Pete. What was
She
that about?
famous.
You know some
she a
people?
celebrity. I see
With her boots on. You saw her with her
I
boots.
seen her last week at the Hawks game. You know some people?
She popping.
You know some
That's
people.
wild.
But you was courtside though. You wasn't.
She
Just at the
was, she was
game.
right behind
Y'all
the
mad funny.
right behind the coach.
Courtside, like she was sitting next
Y'all
to the
mad
court.
She was on
funny.
Snapchat. It was the back of the
Trae
coach's
Young, She
head.
dapping up Trae Young. You know what I'm saying?
She was all in the playbook.
Yeah. She ain't
That's why you
showing
don't
it.
got their mic.
Hey, 'cause I was looking for
You
that.
right.
Mic.
You right.
That's why
I'm
you don't
looking
got
for
no
that
mic.
at
Can't
home.
nobody hear
You
what
right.
you
She was right on the
What that was
bench.
about? What you
She
doing
was on the
courtside
bench
at the
with the
Hawks
players.
game?
I was
You know what I'm saying?
chilling.
You Hawks row.
She got a
front runner.
hawk. You got one of the practice squad homies.
You front row.
I need one. So if y'all got
And she ain't
friends,
saying nothing. You know
Nothing.
Like, she ain't
Zero.
saying nothing.
Nada.
I had a great time.
That's something females do, man. Before we, you can't drop the sauce, though. I understand. You can't drop the bowl. You can't.
It wasn't no.
Can't.
One of Hawks player. That's why I said what she was one of the Hawks players. bruh.
Courtside, okay, not in the nosebleeds.
We ain't gonna fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? You might
Right.
She was going to see Bae.
I was just blessed that night.
Yeah. But nah, man,
That's
so,
all
you
we
know,
gonna say.
dope new mix, dope new cast, man. You definitely gonna see us back again, DJ Larry Love.
Yes.
Peachy Pop.
Rain of Music with a Q.
DJ V. Oh.
Yeah, man, you're gonna see all the IG names on the screen right here, man. We're gonna make sure Jay Black, the cameraman, put that in, man. Until next time, man. We see y'all later, man.
We
outta
out.
here.